Hey everyone, it's David here. Welcome back to another WIzard101 video. Hope everyone has had a fantastic day. So today we're going to be talking about the hack that recently happened at WIzard101. As we've all know by now, WIzard101 was, quote-unquote hacked, and there were a bunch of inappropriate messages that were shown to players at the time of the hack. Now, we probably all seen all those by now. I guess I'll show a few, that's on screen right now. But yeah, so I'm not going to show all the messages, but basically what happened was, basically just those messages appeared out of nowhere, and, people were pretty shocked. And then KingsIsle then proceeded to take the servers down, so they could address the situation. So in this video, I'm not gonna cover the news of what happened because everyone already knows what happened. I'm gonna just give my opinion on KingsIsle's response, and I'm gonna give my opinions on what I think really happened. So immediately you can see the tweet here. WIzard101 servers have been temporarily shut down due to an unexpected issue. We will keep everyone updated on when they will be back up. Thank you for your patience. And then a little bit later, they said servers are back up. Thanks everyone for your patience. Our apologies about the in-game disruption today. We have put a temporary fix and are investigating further to ensure a long-term resolution. And then they had one more tweet relating to this, and that's to say, this past Friday, the broadcast system of WIzard101 was inappropriately accessed for a brief amount of time. Our sincere apologies for the disruption to your gameplay. Please read our complete response and resolution to the incident on our forums. Yeah, I'll get to that forum response a little bit later. I actually read there was a couple of articles that came out about this, and one of the articles that I read basically said, you can tell the authors have never played WIzard101 in their entire life, or at least maybe they tried it once many years ago and never played again. But the authors of that article basically said, hey, this might be a marketing play, like a guerrilla marketing campaign where it's a tactic to gain exposure, right? And that there's basically a 0% chance that would ever even be possible. Like if you even play WIzard101 for a year, you would know the culture of KingsIsle enough to know that there's no chance that would happen. KingsIsle is not the type of company that would have the balls to implement a guerrilla marketing technique such as that. The culture of KingsIsle is very, very conservative. It's very, very conservative. I mean, they're in Texas for a reason, right? There is zero chance they will implement foul language in a marketing play here. And the reason is because how many of you, right? This is something that I personally experienced. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this. How many of you got muted? How many of you got banned for saying something way less inappropriate than those messages? I bet a lot of you, right? And banning people actually hurts KingsIsle's revenue, right? But you know what I mean? Because when you ban people, they can't spend money on that character anymore. Or when you meet people, most people just stop playing on that character and stop spending money on the game, right? It actually hurts KingsIsle financially, but they're just so damn stuck in their ways of their philosophy that this is a family-friendly game. We must keep it family-friendly. And I don't know why. Now in 2022, that's just ridiculous. I mean, just to have such backwards thinking of thinking this game is a family-friendly game is just insane. And for the longest time, the community just never understood. The community knew that most people playing this game were adults, just because we talk to each other and we're looking around hey, everyone on my friend list is an adult. What's going on? You know what I mean? Why is this game so why is this game so controlling? Why is this game so conservative? Why is this game so authoritarian? You know what I mean? We didn't get it. We thought, maybe KingsIsle is just protecting the kids in this game. We've always as the community thought this game was mostly adults, but we could never definitively know that as a fact because KingsIsle is a private company. But since they've been bought out by MGI, MGI is a publicly traded company, so a lot of data from WIzard101 is released to the public, right? So MGI has released data to the public that shows the vast majority of WIzard101 players are adults. So why the fuck are you being that authoritarian with a game that's full of adults? It makes no sense. The only explanation I can come up with is seniority. The people who are at KingsIsle at the upper management positions are there by seniority, and they're just really old boomers who are out of touch with reality. That's just all I can think of. I mean, the people that grew up in the 2010s and the people that grew up in the 2020s, insanely different culture. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same culture from even 10 years ago, let alone maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago, which is probably when the managers of KingsIsle grew up in. So it's just, way too authoritarian. So there's 0% chance that this was a marketing campaign. Now, what we originally thought as a community was just, this is obviously like a rogue employee who just got sick of their job and decided to do some kind of revenge on the company before they left, and that's originally what we all thought. But then KingsIsle came out with this explanation. I'm going to read this here, put it on the screen. Community, this past Friday, the broadcast system of WIzard101 was illegally accessed to postpone inappropriate messages in-game as if they were written by a KingsIsle employee. We sincerely apologize for the unacceptable statements making their way into the game and causing disruption of your gameplay. We take great care in ensuring WIzard101 is a family-friendly game and feel disheartened when someone finds a way to disrupt that experience. The incident was quickly identified and steps were immediately taken to halt the behavior. We turned off the broadcast system and have added additional security measures to ensure this won't happen again. At this time, we believe that an external party initiated the messages through a non-traditional method of accessing the broadcast system. No other systems were accessed. Considering the incident has soured your celebrations of the birthday month, we want to close out September with a bang. From now until the end of the month, we are enabling all member benefits and granting membership to all players. Both will be enabled for EU players as well. Thanks to everyone for your patience and support as we resolve the unfortunate incident. And even this forum board itself, like, there's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 replies, and I guarantee they deleted any negative replies. Like, there's 7 replies, all positive. Even on their forum board, they're just so authoritative. That's why, most people didn't even get on their forums. Most people got on WIzard101 Central back in the days. Nowadays, no one has, most players don't even get on forums. But back then, when forums were popular, they got into, people were mostly in WIzard101 Central forums. Just because, people like freedom. You can't just be that authoritarian. You know what I mean? It's just... anyways, and what I want to say here is, I don't buy it. Alright, I don't buy that explanation. I don't believe it was an outside hacker. And I'm going to tell you why. This is just my logical reasoning. I don't have any connections to KingsIsle or anyone at KingsIsle, but this is why I don't buy it, right? If you watch any crime show or studied any criminology or whatever, you know that when a crime scene happens, right, when a homicide happens, the first thing that you're trying to think of is motive, right? What is the motive of the suspect, right? What is the motive of the person who committed the crime? If we think about it from the perspective of a hacker, right, the hacker person, what is their motive, right? Let's just say they were an outside hacker, like KingsIsle claims to be. What would be your motive to hack WIzard101? Well, there would be 3 possible motives that I can think of. And please correct me if I'm wrong. Motive number 1, to get money. Motive number 2, to fix the game. Or just encourage change for the game. Or motive number 3, to get followers. Or a combination of any of those, right? So motive number 1, to get money, right? It's common sense. Hackers hack with the intention of, getting money, right? By either bribing or whatever. Now, it's just hard for me to believe, like, let's say it was an outside hacker, why would they not take the opportunity to try to make some money, right? There were tens of thousands of kids playing this game, or even young adults playing this game who are pretty gullible, right? They're buying these, what's an expensive item? Let's just go to the features, right? Anyways, I actually couldn't find the items that I was looking for, but the point is, if you go to the crown shop, there are items that cost, tens to hundreds of dollars, in real money, right? Just for stuff in the crown shot, just for stuff in this game. So you know people are willing to spend money for this game. So why wouldn't you put a message and pretend to be King Zhao? You know what I mean? Like those YouTube scammers where they put in the comments of financial YouTubers like, hey, go to this link and make some money, whatever. Why would the hacker not put a message, you know, on the board, just say, hey, go to this website. It's an official King Zhao website. You can get free crowns by signing up. Or by, you know, just you can get 50% off crowns by buying it from this website. And they would I mean, obviously a lot of people would know that it's a scam and WIzard101 was compromised, but I guarantee you the hacker would have made some money, right? The hacker would have made some money from that. There definitely would have been kids who went to the website, put in their credit card details, thinking they were going to get half off crowns or something like that. You know what I mean? So the hacker didn't try to get money. The second possible reason that the hacker would have hacked WIzard101 is to try to implement change, right? Maybe they're a OG WIzard101 fan, you know, just a really big fan of the game, and they don't like the direction that the game is going. They think it's too much of a money grab, too much gambling, too much blah blah, whatever it is, or just, you know, the game's heading in the wrong direction, right? They could have put in the messages, hey, you know, WIzard101 shouldn't encourage gambling. WIzard101 shouldn't make everything so pay to win. WIzard101 shouldn't have so much microtransactions, blah, blah, right? They didn't put any of that. They just said they hate their job, right? And they just said bad things about their boss. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, they didn't make any constructive criticism of where the game should go as far as direction, right? And number three is, the possible reason is, you know, a hacker could have done this to try to get followers, right? You could have easily, right? You could have easily put up a message that said, hey, follow me at, I'm the hacker for WIzard101. I hack WIzard101. Follow me on Twitter at this, right? And they definitely would have, I mean, WIzard101 is a small community, but it's a very active community. Like, the hacker would have got at least, what, 5,000 followers in just one day if they would have put their handle, you know, right here in one of the messages. But they didn't, right? So I just don't buy it. I don't think it's an outside hacker, because what would the motive of an outside hacker be, right? What would the motive of an outside hacker be? Like, why would someone hack WIzard101? Another reason that makes me think that this was done by an employee is the timing of the hack. The timing of, you know, what happened. It happened during the day, right? If it was really just hackers doing it for no logical reason, just to, you know, mess with King Zhao, why wouldn't they choose to do it during the busiest time of the day, which is, you know, during the evening times, right? When people are out of work, out of school. So, you know, that timing is also interesting and something important to look at, which just makes me believe that that hacker was actually a disgruntled King Zhao employee, right? Because now you turn it around and you look at King Zhao's motivations. You look at King Zhao's motives. What if they were lying about who hacked the servers, right? This Friday, the broadcast system of WIzard101 was illegally, right? Illegally. Why did they say illegally? Right? Is it maybe because they're negotiating with the rogue employee and trying to say, you better not come out or we're gonna press charges, right? Why would they emphasize the legality of this, right? And think about it. Why, if WIzard101 was hiding the fact that this was a rogue employee, why would they have motive to hide it? Yes, they do, because they don't want King Zhao to seem like a terrible place to work, where someone was so mistreated, so disgruntled that they had to resort to this, you know, in order to, you know, just make themselves feel better because they felt they were so wrong. They don't want that, right? Because people aren't going to want to work at King Zhao if they feel like it's a terrible place to work. Another possible motive for King Zhao to lie about this is maybe they are trying to deflect blame, right? They're trying to deflect blame and play the victim card, right? It's not us, right? If it's an employee, if they have to say it's an employee that did it, then that employee is part of King Zhao, you know? Maybe they're definitely no longer a part of King Zhao, but they used to be a part of King Zhao, right? And in that situation, King Zhao will have to accept blame because, you know, this is a part of your organization. You hired this person, and this person did this, right? Whereas if you deflect it, you know, to outside hackers, then number one, you're deflecting responsibility because you can say it's not our responsibility, we got hacked. And number two, you can play the victim card, right? We got hacked, we're victims too. So, you know, those are definitely very strong motives for King Zhao to lie about this. At this time, we believe that an external party initiated the messages through a non-traditional method of accessing the broadcast system. Now, the key word here is we believe, right? We believe that an external party initiated the messages. Now, why would you say we believe, right? It's either your employees or it's an outsider, right? It's one or another, right? Like, you know what I mean? These messages didn't just randomly pop up. AI didn't pop up these messages. It's either an employee or a hacker, right? It's either an internal employee or an outside hacker. Because we believe make it sound like it's plausible deniability. We believe makes it sound like if in the future, you know, you got sued for whatever reason for misleading the public and lying to the public, you can pull out this statement and say, oh, we said we believe. You know what I mean? We didn't guarantee that this was what happened. We said we believe this is what happened. You know what I mean? That's just what I think. Now, what I think happened is a disgruntled employee sent those messages. That's what I believe. And I believe King Zhao is lying about who actually sent those messages because they don't want King Zhao to seem like a bad place to work. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts are. Who do you think left those messages? I think it's a disgruntled employee. Let me know what you think. Alright, well, that's basically it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, see ya.